Hey guys, how's it going? First off, just want to say I'm sorry for having no uploads the past few days. School's been stressful, so that's what I've been doing. Second off, I wanted to throw out some ideas and just a recommendation that if you've been apprehensive about picking up some paracord and trying some stuff out because you thought it would be hard, I know I looked at some of the paracord instructional videos and they seemed really complex and above the level of something that I wanted to put a whole lot of time into. But if you think you could be interested in putting some lanyards on knives or some of the other stuff I'm going to show here, go ahead and try it out. You know, some of this stuff is really easy. So as you guys can see, I've got some lanyards here, the Resilience, got one on a flashlight, ZT, both the AKs, Zombie Killer. So those are, in the case of the Zombie Killer, that was that I could use two hands if I wanted to. You know, just grip a little bit lower onto the there and have something to fill my hand. Then the others were just pocket extraction lanyards. You know, grab that and pull it out of your pocket. I think it adds some character to the knife, and you know, my favorite color is green, so we did it all in green paracord. This is actually a nylon cord, it's not paracord. I'm hoping that if it were paracord, it would be a little bit thinner and more willing to go through the holes that they put in knives for lanyards, because this was a little hard to get through, needed to be thinned out just a little bit. I'll show you guys how to do that really quick. So then down to the two projects that I really like. Like I said, the lanyards are easy. What I did with them, let me grab some of this cord. Oh crap, wrong end. Here we go, maybe? No? Okay. I would just stick it through the hole and then tie simple little knots. So I would do the equivalent of that, basically. That's what all these knots are. So just a simple little knot, and it gives plenty of grip for your hand. The bullets, I just drill pressed through them. They were kind of a bitch to clamp, but I think you guys will be able to figure it out. It's not incredibly hard. Yeah, like I said, if you've been apprehensive about trying out one of these projects, try it out. This is one of the most fun that I've had playing with knives in a little bit. Sort of inspired me to get back into doing a little bit of work on knives so I could show you guys some stuff. So in light of that, here we have my little K-bar Archeron or Shirion, whatever, and that handle is actually made from melted cord. So you know, it's a pretty firm little grip, definitely more hand filling than the one, you know, just the metal itself, and I think it's pretty sturdy. I think I'm going to be buying a couple more of these and trying to put on a wood and then maybe even a G10 handle, so we should have videos on those, hopefully of the entire making process. This, I just wrapped it really tight and compressed it, and then held it while, you know, I scorched it a little bit to get it to stay in place, and then went around with the lighter and sort of solidified the segments. And then I took some nylon cord and I would burn the end so that the nylon was nearly liquid, and then I would touch it and then smear it out. So that worked really well. That was a cool little project. I would make a video, but you know, it would be boring and repetitive, and that's pretty much just how you do it, is wrap it up, lighter, and then, you know, either use some pliers, or I just used my fingers and yeah, I burned myself a little bit. Yeah, then just compress everything down and I've got a cool little grip. So we'll see how this holds up, and I'll compare it, you know, once the projects are done, to the wood handled one and the G10 handled one when we get there. And then we have my little bracelet here. See if I can tie it on camera. So obviously used 45 shells and a paracord. There we go. Just took two shells, and I would take one shell and I would cut it. Do I have any shells? Okay, pretend this isn't in paracord. I would cut it this way and this way with the Dremel tool and the grinding wheels. Then I would use a vise to compress it down so it was smaller, so it could fit into another shell. Use the vise to put them together, and then the drill press to drill a hole big enough for the paracord to go through, and just two paracord knots to keep the shells from going all the way around so we can have some slack on the paracord. And got a cool little bracelet. I definitely like it. You know, I could be biased because I made it. I'm pretty inclined, I think I'm going to make more with some of the aluminum shells, so maybe like one brass, one aluminum. I think it would be really cool, and like I said, if I didn't mention that while I was talking about lanyards, cool way to recycle some brass if you're not using it for reloading or anything like that. Go ahead and drill it out and make it a bead for your lanyards. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, that's that video. Just wanted to show you guys some of the projects, just little stuff. Like I said, not the type of thing that I wanted to put a whole bunch of hours into learning. I just wanted to really quickly pump out some lanyards on the knives, and I was able to do that really quickly, and I'm not a highly technically hand-skilled person. So I think if I can do it, you guys can definitely do it, and you should try it out. I had a lot of fun. Some of the most fun I've had playing with my knives in a long time. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more of the same.